Composing a new email message in Gmail starts by clicking the big red Compose button over here in the left-hand column. So when you click the Compose button, you'll see this blank window that shows up. If you click on this double arrow, this will actually pop the window out. You could pop it back in place. If you want to default so that pops open in that fashion every time, you go here and you choose default to full screen. So when I click Compose, it defaults to full screen. You start out by inputting someone's email address, and if it's someone here at Bethlehem Central, all you have to do is start typing their last name. So if I type in, I'll see, in this particular case, I'll see the person I'm looking for, and I can just click on it, and it puts in my address. Of course, put in your subject, and then your body. And then I would click the send button. But I'll talk about a few different functionalities in here. If you wanted to edit the look of the text, you can click on this A button down here, and it'll show all of the text functions. So I can highlight this, and I can choose bold, or change the color. I could create bullets. Again, if I just change my text color, I can choose bullets, and you can add an attachment by clicking on the paperclip, and that would be if you wanted to attach something from the computer that you're using, and then you would actually browse to the file and connect it like that. You can click on this little icon, which is the Google Drive icon, and if you did, it would bring up your Google Drive, and then you can connect a file that you have saved in Google Drive in that manner. This link is actually a kind of a useful tool if you ever want to send a link to somebody. So let's just say, for example, rather than, and I'll just kind of jump out of here for a second and go to some, let's just say if I go to CNN.com and I click on the link, let's just say I click on this one, and I have this email or this long address up here, and if I copy this, edit copy, rather than put that long address in there, let's just say if I paste it in here, that's kind of not very attractive looking. So instead what I could do is say CNN like that, and if I highlight it, if I click on this insert link, then I can paste my long URL in there, and so that when the person receives the email, the link looks like that instead of like that. And if you really want to have fun, you can add emojis to your email. One nice feature in Gmail is that when you start to draft a message like this, and let's say you got interrupted and I close this out, I didn't send it, but notice over here in my left-hand column I have drafts. So any email that I've started but didn't send will show up here under drafts. So if I click on this, I can see this message that I had started but didn't send. So this Gmail does this automatically. As soon as you start typing a message, it saves it in drafts. So if you're not quite ready to send this yet, you could just close this out and you can always find it in your drafts. So those are the basics of composing and sending an email within Gmail.